So here are 5 tips that you need to know before buying a home here in the Emerald Coast. Obviously, it varies a little bit if you're an investor looking for a primary or a secondary home, but there are some components that matter no matter what. So those are the ones I'm going to talk about in this video. Let's talk about homeowner insurance. It's a big issue here in Florida. And, over the last 2-3 years, some policies have doubled. There is a little bit of relief coming and some adjustments. There's more carriers entering the market, which makes some lower cost insurance available. But when you're purchasing the home, there are several factors that affect your homeowner insurance. The age of the home. If it is an older home, you need a 4-point. You need to know what the plumbing and the electrical is. What about the age of the roof? Now, a metal roof, for example, versus a 3-dimensional roof, insurance gives a 3-dimensional roof about 15 years, sometimes even less. Whereby a metal, you can probably get about 25 to 30-year life expectancy out of it in terms of insurance. Water heater. It used to be about $800 to buy a new water heater, but not so anymore. I called one of my insurance agents and I said, why is a water heater so important? Well, the older the water heater is, the more likely there's going to be a leak. And that's where the insurance comes in. So when you're closing on a home, you're paying the property taxes from whoever you bought the house for. But then the following year, the property taxes gets adjusted. And typically speaking, I say 1% of the sold price. So if you're buying a $1 million home, you're looking about 10 grand in property taxes. So that's kind of a rule of thumb. Remember that if it is your primary residence and you file homestead, property taxes can only go up 3%. But if you are purchasing an investment property, they can potentially go up 10% per year. So always keep that in mind. So what about number 3, flood zone? Insurance carrier don't require flood insurance if you're in an X zone. I always do remember to my clients to get it regardless, but those are the least expensive ones. Then you got A, then you got AE, and then you got AE, and then number attached to it that usually indicates the type of elevation you need to have. So flood zones. We also have COBRA zones. We have so many different coastal barrier zones, setback, dune buffer zones. I mean, there are so many different restrictions. You just need to know when you're purchasing a home, if you are in any of those contributory buffer zones or COBRA zones in order to make a good decision and know your cost that is going to be affected.